Hey there from Louisville, Texas. I actually get to fly home today, but I had to come here for work. But on the way here, the very day that I left, which was Monday, I actually got to work from home for a while and just had a great day of prayer. Of course, I did my work, but I had read a blog earlier, and upon reading that, it just really was very thought-provoking. And so after I read the blog, I just kind of sat back and I was just thinking about some things, and I just began praying about some things that, two things that I've been praying for a long, long time about. And the blog that I read, the girl had been praying for a husband, and she felt like God had told her that He was going to send her a husband, but it had been years. And she didn't know whether or not she should even continue to pray. But she thought about it and came to the conclusion that as long as she was praying, she was in communication with God. So I sat back and I thought, I'm just going to really pour my heart out. And I mean, I began to pray and weep over some things, two things in particular that I have prayed about for years. And during my prayer time, I remember asking God if He would give me something specifically, a verse for me that I could carry with me, meditate upon. And while I was a little bit later, I was preparing for my trip, and I always take a book to read on the plane. And so I had actually forgotten about this book right here. And it was just like my eyes zoomed right in a bag that I had sitting in our sunroom. And I just grabbed it, looked at the cover of it, and didn't really pay any much attention to it because I just thought, well, I'm going to take it. It's a little workbook. It's a 40-minute study by Precept Ministries. And they're great for travel. They're great for Sunday school classes. They're great to do just individually. Because it has the passages of Scripture right there in the book. So you get to read the Word, and then you work through it. And so I just threw it in my purse and got to the airport, got settled in my seat, and took the book out. Well, there were so many awesome verses for this particular day. And when I looked at this book, I always date everything. When I looked at it, I had not picked this book up since October the 19th, 2012. Today is the 22nd of April, 2015. So I actually was surprised that I had not finished it because I really like to do that. I didn't feel guilty about it, especially after I started working in the workbook. So timely, but that's just like our God. And there were so many verses in this that encouraged me. There was one in particular that just nailed it. But I wanted to share just a few of the other verses to lead up to the one that really nailed it for me. As I said, I had prayed that morning, and I just poured out my soul. I just emptied myself out before the Lord, and so much so that I had to go and redo all my makeup because I was just weeping before the Lord, and it was just a really, really great time just to pray about anything and everything that concerned me. And I know that He hears us when we pray, and that in and of itself is so comforting. But I loved these passages, and here's the first one that I took as just a very sweet, gentle reminder from Him. But it was Jeremiah 33, verse 3, and it's one that I memorized in the King James Version a long time ago. And it says, "Call to me, and I will answer thee, and I will show thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not." Well, the NASB is very similar, and it says, "Call to me, and I will answer you, and I will tell you great and mighty things which you do not know." The next verse was in Psalm. And these passages, they're very personal if we will take them personally, as we should. These are passages that we're very, very familiar with, but I think sometimes we skip over or fail to slow down when we read very familiar passages. So I want to take it and read it a little bit slowly to you, because I want you to get it, because it just spoke volumes to me. But it's Psalms 139, verses 13 through 17. For you, God, formed my inward parts. You wove me in my mother's womb. I will give thanks to you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in secret and skillfully wrought in the depths of the earth. Your eyes have seen my unformed substance, and in your book were all written the days that were ordained for me, when as yet there was not one of them. How precious also are your thoughts to me, O God. How vast is the sum of them. She then took us to Ephesians chapter 1, verses 3 through 5. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, who has blessed us with every spiritual blessing in the heavenly places in Christ, just as He chose us in Him. He chose us in Him before the foundation of the world, that we would be holy and blameless before Him in love. He predestined us to adoption as sons through Jesus Christ to Himself, according to the kind intention of His will. Then we go to Ephesians 2, 8 through 10. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God, not as a result of works, so that no one may boast. For we are His workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand, so that we would walk in them. Okay, here's the verse. Psalm 138, 8. I'm going to try my best to memorize this. The Lord will accomplish what concerns me. Your loving kindness, O Lord, is everlasting. Do not forsake the works of your hands. The King James Version uses the word perfect. The Lord will perfect what concerns me. And then I looked up the original Greek word for the word works, and it means deed or thing or undertaking. So, your loving kindness, O Lord, is everlasting. Do not forsake the deed or the thing or the undertaking of your hands. This was the sweetest, most personal reminder to me that the Lord will accomplish what concerns me. That didn't say that He would give me everything that I've prayed for. And if you're like me, there have been many, many prayers that I have prayed that I was so thankful that He did not answer, especially in the way that I wanted Him to at the time. But He would accomplish what concerns me. He knows best. And I was reminded of that through this passage of Scripture today, because He will accomplish it. He will do what is best. He knows what's best. He knows what we need of even before we ask. But He wants us to come to Him and communicate with Him and cast our cares on Him and to empty our concerns out before Him. He is so faithful. And I'm so thankful that He gave me this passage of Scripture the very day that I had poured my heart out to Him. Even though it's prayers, they are prayers that I've prayed for a long, long time. But the Lord will accomplish what concerns me. what concerns you. So I would encourage you to pour your heart out before Him, empty yourself, and to fully trust Him in making the right decisions for us, because He does know what is best. I'm so thankful for His Word and how it speaks to us right where we are. I just want to encourage you to go talk to Him today. Have a great day.